Children, in this class, we are going to learn some essential informations of biomolecules, their structure and their importance. All living things are composed of carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and nucleic acids. They are generally called as biomolecules. Biomolecules or biological molecules are the essential organic molecules involved in the maintenance and metabolic process of living organisms. The four major types of biomolecules are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleic acid. Carbohydrates are the most abundant organic compounds in every living organisms. Carbohydrates are the sugars, starch and fibers found in the foods we eat. They are one of the main nutrients in our diet. Carbohydrates are the organic molecules which contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. According to molecular size, solubility and based on their products of hydrolysis, carbohydrates are classified as monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides are single unit of sugar and are the smallest carbohydrate. Monosaccharides includes glucose, fructose, galactose, deoxyribose and ribose. Disaccharides include sucrose, lactose and maltose. Two monosaccharides join together by dehydration synthesis to form a disaccharide. For example, glucose and fructose join together by dehydration synthesis to form a disaccharide molecule called sucrose. Polysaccharides consist of large number of monosaccharide units bonded together by glycosidic bonds. Polysaccharides are called as non-sugars. It includes starch, cellulose and glycogen. Starch is used for energy storage in plants. Cellulose is the major constituent of plant cell walls. Cellulose is used widely in the manufacturing of paper, cellulose fibers and rayon explosive. Human cannot use cellulose as a food because our digestive system do not contain the necessary enzyme that can hydrolyze the cellulose. Glycogen, also called as animal starch. Glycogen is the storage polysaccharide of animals. It is present in the liver and muscles of animals. Proteins are most abundant biomolecules in all living organisms. Proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. All amino acids are compounds with a similar basic structure. They have an amino group, a carboxylic group and a side chain of R group that is specific to each amino acid. There are 20 alpha amino acids commonly found in the protein molecules. Children, do you know nearly 20% sources of protein in our diet includes meat, fish, eggs, nut, cheese and beans. But proteins are too large for our bodies to absorb. That's why enzymes in our digestive system break down protein into amino acids, which is small enough to pass from our digestive system into our blood to be assimilated by the body. When we absorb these amino acids, they are then built back up into protein and used in a variety of ways. Proteins are used in many ways. Our hair, nails, skin and muscles are all examples of structures made of proteins. Many hormones, antibodies are made of proteins. Many biochemical reactions are catalyzed by special proteins called enzymes. Enzymes are biocatalysts that catalyze a specific biochemical reactions. Come children, let's discuss some enzymes which takes part in digestion. Enzyme carbohydrates called amylase, which is released in the saliva, digest starch into small sugars. Enzyme protease called pepsin digests protein in the stomach. Then the protease called trypsin further digests protein into amino acids in the small intestine. Enzymes carbohydrates called amylase and lipase are also released into the small intestine from the pancreas. They digest carbohydrates into sugars and lipids into fatty acids and glycerol. Lipids are fats. They are organic molecules that are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. They are the principal components of cell membranes and they also act as energy source for living systems. Lipids are classified as triglycerides, phospholipids, steroids and wax. The main function of triglycerides in animals is an energy reserve. They yield more energy than carbohydrates and proteins. They act as protective coating in aquatic organisms. Lipids acts as emulsifier in fat metabolism. Children, I hope you understood structure and importance of biomolecules like carbohydrates, proteins and lipids.